Well, hey guys, welcome back to Exit 45 Restorations. We're going to work on getting that engine block for the Thunderbird completely prepped and ready for build. And there's several things that go with that. There's some cleaning out of the oil passages and some different things like that. Not going to get into that. We'll just show you as we do it. So why don't you come on? Let's see if we can't go ahead and get that done. All right. Come on. So we got the block sitting here. Again, back from the machine shop. We're ready to start doing some work on it, but I want to take care of a few things that I'm seeing. So I mean, there's some casting leftovers on here that just, I'm going to tear my hand up on this at some point in the future. So probably not a bad idea to just take that down on both sides. Same over here. You can see it right along here. Just take some of that sharp edge off, clean it up a little bit. Then we'll start the block prep where we can get the all the oil passages for these FEs need work. I got some castings, garbage all in here that needs to come out. Just some minor things. But then we're going to do the things that you need to do on these to help increase the oil flow, so to speak. All right, so for now, I'm going to just start to grind on the block a little bit and clean it up, all right? So I'm just going to be using some cutting bits. These are El Cheapos, but they'll serve the purpose for now. I'll get some better stuff later, you know, we'll see. But all right, let me get at this and we'll get this ground down. Hey, buddy. Look who came to see us. Hey, Loki. Yeah. It's either Pepper or Loki coming for visits. There you go. All right. You going to go play? What you going to do? Oh, more pets, huh? All right. Say hey to everybody. No? You're camera shy? All right. All right, you ready? You want to go in? Well, you're just, the hair is shedding. All right, I'll be there in a second to let you in. All right, so I got this area here done. I know it's not perfectly flat to the block, but it's nice and smooth and looks really good. It's gonna paint out nicer, a whole lot nicer that way. And I just hit some spots up in here. Got one up here. For now, I need to get this side right here. So I'll just clean up this area here. A little time consuming, but I think in the end, it's gonna look a little nicer and it's gonna be a little safer when you're running your hands up in there to try and put a nut on or bolt on or whatever. Dad dropping things. Never mind him. Okay guys, so this grinding off on the casting stuff is kind of a slow process, so expect to take some time with it. I mean, I like the results. It's a lot smoother, a lot cleaner looking. Okay, there you go. So you can see here, I've got that all cleaned up all along here and nice and smooth. I could probably take that down flush, but there's really no need. I really just trying to get the sharp edges so I'm not killing myself. I mean, I got most of it off. This is a whole lot bigger if you can remember, but yeah, it looks pretty good. So that's this side. So now I just need to get around to the other side and get it. Here's the next issue right here. You can see if you look inside there, it's like a big lip right there. That should be down at this level here so the oil can flow out. So I got to grind this all the way down and get it down so that that oil can come out of there easy enough. So that's next. Okay, you can see I've got it all ground out of there, cleaned up. Looks really good. I've got a nice, clean, and smooth passage for the oil to flow out of there. And you can see on the other side where I've gone and cleaned it up and made it nice and smooth so the oil can come right out of there. I think that's all I need to do there. So I guess I need to flip this over and I need to fix the oiling passages for where the pump goes in and see if we can't get that fixed up. So let me flip this over. Okay guys, so one of the things that we're going to do now is we're going to work on the oil passage where the pump goes to the block. So you can see right here that this gasket has the same opening size as the pump does. So let me go show you what the block has, and then I'll show you what we're going to do. All right. Okay, so you can see I've got the gasket sitting on here, and you can see how big the mismatch is. And what I've got to do is I've got to get in there and open that up so that it's a nice smooth transition from the pump to the block. So not going to be easy, but you know, just got to work it a little bit here, a little bit there. Okay, now you can see how I've opened this up and then rounded it as it went in to have some good flow for the oil. So you know, you don't want to just kind of open it up and leave it jagged up in here. You want to get it down in there and round everything up, smooth it out. But there you go. Now I've got a nice smooth transition for the oil to flow in and out of the pump, or out of the pump actually, and to the engine. So looks good. All right, so it's just one of those things. They're little things, I guess, on these blocks. So I got to go in and I've got to get those opened up a little bit, and I'll show you that when I get it set up. Hey buddy, come here. Loki, come here. Loki, oh, come here. Come say hi to everybody. You're gonna come all the way out here, you might as well come say hi. Oh, that's a good boy. Yeah, that's a good boy. Then you got this guy. What's he doing? What's that weird cat doing? Oh gosh, got some weird animals here, huh buddy? Yes, I know, Pap. I called you weird, sorry, but it's true. Okay guys, I gotta get back to work. Okay, gotta get back to work. All right guys. All right guys, so here's what we're doing. You see the mismatch here between the let's see, I got this, yeah, okay. All right, so I put the bearing in and you can see there's a mismatch. So all I'm going to do is port the opening in the block just to bring that top of the opening out so that it's got a better flow of oil in here. And we'll have to do the same thing on this one. I think these other two are okay. I'll check them, but I'm pretty sure they're okay. I think it's just these two. But you can see it. kind of, I mean, I'm hoping you can see it. Hard to tell. Anyway, yeah, you can see it there. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to port that out a little bit, and when I'm done, I'll show you what I did. Okay, you can see the hole's getting pulled out here. I'm pulling it this way, and yeah, it's opening up nicely. I'll show you here in a second. So let's just see if we can. This is what I'm using right here. You can, and I've got several different shapes, but this one's working well for this. So. Okay, so you can see, now let's put this in and see where we're at. All right, so there you go. You see we pulled it quite a bit, and we have a much better oil passage there. I'm not going to pull this thing all the way. I just want to open it up more so we can make sure we got good oil flow, and it looks like we've got that. So maybe I'll pull the top edge a little bit, just so it has a little bit, you know, less angle, and opens it up just a little bit more. But that's where we're at. Okay, let's just show you what I got. Got them all done. You can see in here now that that's nice and opened up, and you can see there how we've opened that one and pulled it that way. This one was right in the middle where it's supposed to be, and this one here didn't need to be pulled near as much, but you can see that we pulled it this way some, and that's that one's in good shape too now. So we got those all done. So I think that's all there is to do. I don't think there's any more porting that needs to be done on the block. It's cleaned up. We've taken care of all of our oiling issues that I'm aware of. So I think it's time for me to go ahead and clean the exterior, get it ready, and see if I can't get some paint on it. And then this thing needs a good bath. Re-oil it and get it ready for putting together, because that's I have everything I need now. Everything came in. So as soon as I am done prepping the block, we can start putting it together. Okay, so I've got the block cleaned. It's ready to go. We're going to paint it with a silver, high temperature paint. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to clean up the threads and all that when I'm done painting. So this whole thing will be cleaned up, re-oil it down just to keep it from, you know, rusting or anything like that. It needs a good cleaning when I'm done. So let me get the paint on it. I'll get the threads, and then I'll just give this thing a really good cleanup. So, all right, let's get a little color on it. Sorry. Okay, we're just gonna layer this on light coat after light coat until we got good coverage. So I'll show you when I got it done. Okay, so let you know, I know some of you are screaming, don't do it without masking it. Yeah, well, this was coated with some oil, so all the mating surfaces, and then I just take some mineral spirits when I'm done painting, and it all just wipes right off. So you can just take a little oil on a rag and wipe down all the areas you don't want paint, and then just wipe it off when you're done. Or you can spend a long time masking everything, and it actually doesn't really matter all that much. So, but it cleans right up. Nice and clean. See? Look at that. You'd never know I didn't mask it. Okay, so I'm going to roll this thing over, wipe down any of the mating surfaces on there, and Then it'll be time to chase the threads and give this thing a good bath. All right, moving along. All right, so I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little bit of silver on here. And you can just see it just wipes right off. But I had it upside down when I painted it, so didn't really get a lot on these areas. No, I didn't get a lot. You can see it, like you can see where I wiped and didn't wipe, and it just comes right off. See? Cleans right up. Look at that. See, you guys will never mask an engine again, will you? I know I won't. There we go. All right. Cleans them right up. Here we go. Looks good. Got some nice color on it. That'll look really nice. I'm gonna have the heads are painted black. You saw that. The valve covers are going to be painted the silver again, but they're going to have the lettering, the Thunderbird script on it will be done in the purple that the car is in. That'll be a nice little touch. So, all right, let's press on. Okay, so we're at the final stage of the block prep. So we got everything done. You've watched as we got all the casting, edges off and cleaned up. We went through and cleaned up some of the oil passage issues to get just a little bit better oil flow in some areas that Ford just didn't do very well. That's all. No big deal. They weren't very difficult to do. But now it's time to go ahead and get this block completely clean so I can start assembling it. So that's the next step. So let's go ahead and get this thing scrubbed down, get all the ports and passages and all those things cleaned out, and then we'll be ready to put this thing together. Okay, top side, let's get it flipped over. There we go. We got a block ready to go. Okay, I got to get it dried off so I can get some WD-40 on this thing and hold off the rust. There we go, guys. She's all WD-40'd up, cleaned. I've wiped out each cylinder a few times and got them nice and clean, because just the soap and water doesn't get it all off. There's always some still in there. You have to wipe it off, but it came off good. Nice and clean cylinders now. I got all my lifter ports or bores. Those are good. So, yeah, I think we're good, guys. All right, so I think we're going to wrap this up here. We got the block prepped. Yeah, I know it's hot. You can see me sweating. But the block is prepped, and it's ready to go together. And that's really what I wanted to do on this video. That was it. Because there's just a lot of little things that go into prepping these blocks, especially these FEs. With the oil passage problems that they have and the solutions. So I wanted to go over that separate of building the engine. So there you go. I'll see you guys on the next one. That should be building up the short block. So, all right, we'll see you guys on that one.